There is nothing quite like that sinking feeling when you walk back to your car and spot that dreaded piece of paper tucked right under the windshield wiper. Let's be real. Getting a parking ticket is incredibly frustrating, and honestly, figuring out how to actually pay the thing can sometimes feel like a second punishment. But hey, don't worry, because you're in exactly the right place. In this quick and painless explainer, I'm going to walk you through absolutely everything you need to know to resolve a Colorado Springs parking ticket online. We'll get this sorted out together and we'll get it done fast. Now, if you've never paid a ticket around here before, you'd probably assume it's as simple as, going to the city website and typing in your name, right? Well, unfortunately, it's not. Colorado Springs actually has a highly decentralized parking enforcement system. Basically, what that means is that the city, the county, the state, the local college campuses, and private lots, they all operate completely separate, siloed databases. It's like a giant puzzle. And trying to pay your ticket on the wrong online portal won't just give you an error message, it can waste a ton of your time, cause you to miss some really strict compliance deadlines, and ultimately hit you with some very costly penalties. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap. First, we'll decode your ticket, then we'll find the right portal. After that, we'll cover the online payment process, penalties, appeals, and apps, followed by some troubleshooting and FAQs, and we'll wrap up with some final tips and a quick disclaimer.
Section 1. Decoding your ticket. This is where we figure out exactly what kind of citation you're actually holding.
Okay, I want you to grab your physical ticket and look right near the top. You're looking for 4 specific details: the citation number, the issue date, the amount due, and, this is absolutely crucial, the issuing agency. That agency might say Colorado Springs Municipal Court, or maybe El Paso County, or even UCCS. Finding that exact agency name is your golden key because it completely dictates your next step. But before we rush to log on, I've got a vital piece of insider knowledge for you. If your ticket was just issued today by the Colorado Springs Municipal Court, do not panic if you can't find it online immediately. Their database requires manual validation, which means there's an administrative latency period. Believe it or not, it can actually take up to 5 days from the date of the violation for the record to populate in their online portal. Section 2. Finding the right portal. Let's navigate this jurisdictional maze. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're up against. Beating the maze comes down to matching your issuing agency to its dedicated database. If your ticket is from the municipal court, you absolutely must use the N-Court portal. If it's a municipal invoice, like for a garage permit, you'll head to the AccessGov portal. Now, El Paso County and state tickets go through the Colorado Judicial Branch Online Payment System, often called CJOP or the DMV. And if you got tagged on a campus like UCCS or out in Manitou Springs, you have to use their own specific dedicated portals. If you try searching a Manitou ticket in the N-Court database, you're just going to get a super frustrating record not found error. Now, while you're Googling these portals, please listen to this major warning. Watch out for third-party billing aggregators like Doxo that tend to pop up right at the top of your search results. They look super official, but using a third-party biller for a Colorado Springs municipal ticket can add a median of $30 in processing fees. No way, right? Worse still, they operate as middlemen, introducing transaction delays that could literally cause you to miss your compliance window altogether. Always double-check that you're on the official government or university site. Section 3. The online payment process. You've got the right portal, so let's get it paid. The actual data entry steps are pretty straightforward. First, you'll choose to either check out as a guest or create an account. And a quick tip, if you're setting up a permanent account because you handle a lot of downtown parking, do yourself a favor and use a strong password or a password manager. Next, you just enter your citation number or your license plate. Then carefully confirm the exact invoice amount matches the paper ticket in your hand, and finally, check out securely. But of course, technology is never perfect, is it? Watch out for a specific glitch in the N-Court system. If you're paying a municipal court ticket and your search comes up empty, look at your citation number. If it has a leading letter and a 0, something like A-0-12345, and it fails, try entering it again without that leading 0. It's a weird quirk that trips a whole lot of people up. When it's finally time to enter your card details, the usual suspects, Visa, MasterCard, and Discover, are widely accepted across pretty much all the portals. But here's a catch. If you're paying an El Paso County ticket through the Colorado Judicial Branch system, American Express is strictly rejected. There is literally nothing worse than getting right to the finish line only to have your card bounce, so keep an alternative handy just in case. Section 4. Penalties, appeals, and apps. Let's look at the actual cost of these tickets and what happens if you ignore them.
20 days. That is the strict compliance window you have to pay El Paso County and state tickets online. If you let that 20-day window close, your ticket gets sent to the courts. You totally lose the ability to pay it simply through the state portal, and you could be looking at compounding late fees or even a court summons. Seriously, do not procrastinate on this.
So, the crucial point here is how rapidly these base fines escalate depending on the severity of the infraction. A standard meter violation is one thing, but park in front of a fire hydrant, that base fine jumps to $50. A fire lane is $70, and if you illegally park in a disabled space, you are staring down a massive $350 base fine. That is one extremely expensive mistake. And keep in mind, those are just the base fines. State-legislated police and court technology surcharges are very often tacked on top of that.
Now, if you paid for your initial parking using an app, it's worth knowing how they factor into the ecosystem. The city uses Park Mobile for downtown zones, which quietly appends a 30-cent transaction fee. If you extend your session, yep, that's another 30 cents. Up at UCCS, Park Mobile charges a 35-cent fee. Also, if you happen to park in a private lot downtown, keep in mind that companies like Air Garage and Metropolis use automated license plate readers to issue their own private violation notices. You handle those entirely through their independent websites, completely separate from the city court.
Okay, here is a huge, closely guarded pro tip before you click that Submit Payment button. Paying your ticket online legally constitutes a plea of guilty, meaning you completely waive your right to a hearing. So before you pay, take a close look at your ticket. Did the officer write down the wrong license plate? Were the parking signs totally faded or hidden behind a tree? If there is a procedural defect, you might actually have grounds to appeal and get the whole thing voided. But the second you pay it online, that chance is gone forever.
Section 5. Troubleshooting and FAQs. Let's clear up some common roadblocks.
So what happens if your citation still isn't showing up, or you just can't get the online system to work? This is by far the most common and frustrating scenario for beginners. You waited the 5 days, you are on the right portal, but the system just won't take your money. What do you do?
Well, if you're pulling your hair out over the online portal for a municipal court ticket, you can actually bypass the website entirely. They offer an automated and operator-assisted phone payment line. That number is 719-377-9788. It's up and running from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time on weekdays, and they even have weekend morning hours. It's a fantastic backup plan if the website is giving you grief.
Here's another question you might not think to ask, but it's incredibly important. Are there specific daily cutoff times for digital payments? Yes, absolutely.
Now, what's really interesting about this is it's a crucial detail most people miss in the fine print. For the El Paso County and state judicial portals, any payment finalized after 4 p.m. Mountain Time is credited to the next business day. Why does that matter to you? Well, if it's day 20 of your compliance window and you finally sit down to pay it at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, your payment technically won't post until Monday. You will officially be late and you might get hit with all those extra court fees. The lesson? Always pay early in the day.
Section 6. Final tips and disclaimer. We're almost done.
First off, congratulations on navigating this complex web. You learned a totally new, highly practical skill today. Always, always keep a digital receipt or a screenshot of your confirmation screen. Systems do glitch, and you want undeniable proof you paid on time. Finally, a quick disclaimer. This explainer is based on current procedures, and as we all know, government processes can and do change, so please verify the details on your specific citation. Taking just 10 minutes to understand this disjointed system doesn't just save you a headache today, it saves your hard-earned money from disappearing into a bureaucratic black hole down the road. So I'll leave you with this. Next time you're rushing downtown, ask yourself, is saving 2 minutes by risking a questionable parking spot really worth 20 days of bureaucratic headache? Thanks for learning with me.